Welcome back to Joygasm, a video game and movie podcast. I'm Russ, he is Steve, and the Mouse House peels back the curtain in episode 288 today, September 16th, 2022. We're going to be getting right into our topic of the day, which is D23 2022 highlights. And just so that everyone is aware and understands clearly what that means, it just means that we are going to be providing our personal highlights from the show. But before we do that, make sure you give a high five to that subscribe button and sprinkle some magic on that notification bell.
Up high.
That way you will not miss a single solitary episode of Joygasm that drops once a week, every week. Steve, it is good to see you as per usual.
Thank you, Russ.
Oh, you're most certainly welcome.
Likewise.
Yes, thank you.
Not welcome, just good to see you.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
I know.
Steve, there was, in fact, a lot of different types of announcements.
Almost too much.
It was a bit overwhelming, I must say. I know that they had about 3 days. They started on Friday and then did Saturday and Sunday. And full disclosure, like, we haven't seen every single solitary announcement that they made just because they had a metric ton of different stuff going on. So this is going to be more of a focus on the trailers.
Just trailers.
Because they had trailers for the various, we'll call them departments.
Departments.
The Lucasfilm department, or the Marvel department. Even
Star Wars.
Yes, even the Disney department when it comes to like various live action films and cartoons and all that fun stuff. So we are still very much sponges at this point in time. I know for myself, I'm looking forward to kind of see. I heard that there was actually quite a few announcements regarding the park, in terms of like, what people can expect and like different types of attractions and that sort of thing. And so I still need to look into that itself. But how would you like to do this, Steve? Because I know that I have my personal highlights from the show, and I know you do as well. Do you want to just take turns, or should we go down my list, or how should we do this, Steve?
Well, Russ, I'm sure I have a shorter list than you.
Why am I not surprised?
Though it might be an equally long list, Russ. Here, I'll start off.
Okay. Well, do you want to start? Should we start off by department, Steve? Should we do like should we start off with Marvel first and then go down to Lucasfilm?
Sure. Why not, Russ?
Sounds good, Steve.
Why not, Russ? So I'm going to start off with, you probably won't expect this, Russ. I'm going to start off with the Disney department, who puts the D in D23.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. The video game, what is it? The Speedstorm, I think it was.
Oh, that's good.
Oh yeah,
Speedstorm.
I think it was called Speedstorm. The one with Mickey and it was like the go-karts and a lot of the other Disney characters riding around. Crash Bandicoot racing style.
This is a video game.
Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about. Like, were there parts where there were side-scrolling elements as well, where you could be either Mickey or Minnie or Goofy or Donald?
It's all racing, Russ.
I have not seen this one. I saw a different one. This is what I'm talking about. Like, there was so much stuff. I have not seen this. Continue.
So, anyhow,
color me interested.
It's a very brief trailer. I mean, and it just shows like basically what's going on. But I mean, it's full of color, and it's literally like, it reminded me of Crash Bandicoot racing or like Mario Kart.
Sure.
But it's with like the Disney characters, and the tracks look very colorful. It looks pretty fun. Looks like a kind of a party game. And like you see Michael Jowski driving and something.
Oh, cool.
So I don't know how many characters there's going to be. They didn't say that, but I mean, I'm sure Mickey's going to be. He's on the cover of the thing. Mickey's going to be there. Get out of my way. I'm going to flip you off.
Somehow I doubt he'd do that. You never know.
Oh boy. So anyway, that one looks really fun. You got like stuff you can shoot out at them, you know.
Okay, so it sounds like it's definitely taking its cues from Mario Kart or
Mario Kart,
Team Sonic Racing, Crash Bandicoot. That's cool.
Nitro.
Now, the art direction of it, I have not seen this. Is it intentionally more of a 2D toon look, or is it more decidedly like 3D Pixar look? Like how
more 3D.
The reason I ask
Absolutely.
is they have certain cartoons that my daughter has been watching where they've kind of gone back to like the old school style, but it's fused with like it's like a weird modern flattened 2D cartoony cell shaded kind of thing. I didn't know if the game was doing that or if it's just your 3D.
3D. From what I can tell, Russ.
Fair enough.
5D.
I'll have to take a look at that. Ooh. And that caught your eye, huh?
It did. I mean, it didn't. Well, I'm not gonna probably rush out and obsess about it or nothing. But I mean, I haven't been really interested in a Disney game for the longest time, and I thought it kind of caught my eye a little bit.
You're not gonna show up at GameStop wearing your mouse ears hat,
banging on the door. Hey,
yeah,
I pre-ordered.
Yeah,
let me in.
Want to sit in some of that magic?
Disney or die.
Yeah.
Anyway. So that was me for a video game. For a movie, though, you're going to be surprised at this, right?
Where? So are we sticking? Where are we going?
So we're in the
this?
Disney department.
So just Disney,
just
Disney
like
characters, Disney IP, like the OG Disney IP. Okay,
yeah.
I wasn't sure where we were going because Disney owns all of them now. So go ahead.
It's kind of a part of the whole entire show.
Yes.
So yes, but no. You're gonna laugh, Russ. But
oh, sorry.
I'm looking forward to. It actually wasn't that funny, Russ.
As he laughs.
I'm looking forward to Disenchanted.
Okay, I did see that one.
I kind of had fun with the regular Enchanted movie with Amy Adams.
I have not seen that. I
I
am very surprised you saw it.
It's like it. I forget, it's been a while. But it actually was mildly like I don't know why I was entertained by it. I just kind of was. Amy Adams was great, and then I can't remember the dude's name. He plays Cyclops in X-Men. You know the guy I'm talking about.
I do, and sometimes I can remember his name, and other times I can't.
I can't remember his name with the life of me.
Yeah, this is one of those instances where I don't recall.
I'm bad at names, Russ.
But I mean, he was in the Sonic movie too.
He was in the Sonic movie. That's right.
I like him.
So I thought the first one was entertaining. And I'm looking forward to see what the second one is. That was I will be bringing the wife. It's not some movie I'm gonna go watch by myself, Russ.
So this is actually a sequel then.
Yes.
Okay, I did not know that. I thought this was just a new film.
No,
I'm mistaken.
So the Enchanted movies, Russ, was like the Disney princess come into like our real world. So like you see her in the beginning of the movie and she's animated. It's like she's singing and all the birds like coming down. That whole thing. It just really blows it up, right? And so then she is no longer a cartoon. She's in like New York or something. I forgot where it was. But anyhow, it's fun. It's good for a few laughs.
So good.
Yeah.
That's
so
good.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Very nice. Very nice.
Well, I'll kick it back to you because that's the only two like regular Disney stuff that I thought was a highlight.
Indeed. Well,
high lit of a light. Trying to light it up here.
So when it comes to the more Disney stuff, so there was a game that I saw. I don't know if you saw, but it was a side scroller Disney game. It had Mickey, Donald, Goofy, Minnie. That's what I was referring to.
Don't know who those people are.
Have you seen that trailer?
I believe I did. Yeah, I saw a few games that to me, I just didn't really care for that much.
So okay, so like the one I'm talking about, it definitely embraces that same style. I'm sure they've probably actually been working with that particular animation department because the overall art direction definitely embraces the cartoon, which I like this cartoon, by the way.
Okay.
This cartoon, even though like they're going for more of that old school look, which honestly it looks really cool, but it's got like the modern comedic sensibilities and stuff of today, and it's pretty crazy stuff. So my hope is that they're able to somehow wrangle that in to this particular title.
Sure.
And apparently, I want to say it's coming out on the Nintendo Switch.
That's probably why I didn't care about it, Russ.
Because you don't own one.
That's right.
But I think they were pushing the idea that you could have cooperative play. So maybe you could have like, I don't know, 4-player co-op. I don't know if it'd be online or if it's local play. I assume they'll support both.
It's 2022, Russ.
We'll
We're getting in 2023. I'm sure they'll figure it out.
Indeed. And there was Hocus Pocus 2, which I had seen the original Hocus Pocus a long time ago. It's not one that necessarily like I'm like, ooh, I can't wait to see that. But like, but still, like
witches.
But I mean, I always liked the chemistry between those three actors and the types of characters. You know, it's one of those like fun kids, zany live action movie kind of thing. So it was fun to see them back after so many years. And my wife loves Hocus Pocus, so that'll be definitely one that we'll be checking out in the theater. Other than that, though, I mean, the rest of them, I was just kind of give or take. There weren't any other like Disney specific trailers.
You were or meh?
Probably a little bit of both. It just kind of, you know, it depended on which one I was looking at. You know, like National Treasure, for example.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't really big on that one.
You know, I was looking at that, and I actually thought the Nicolas Cage ones were, you know, they're pretty fun. You know, again, it's not like, oh, it's so epic. It's just as good as The Rock. You know, it's not as good as some of Mr. Cage's previous efforts.
Con Air.
Oh, yeah. Why could you put the bunny back in the box?
We don't have a very good Nicolas Cage impression.
We don't. But you know what? We're enthusiastic.
I can see Nick Cage speaking in my mind, but
translation just doesn't work.
Right.
Anyway, yeah. I mean, like certain films like that were shown trailers of, I was like, yeah, I'm not excited about it and everything else. So anyway, let's go to Marvel.
Okay.
Were there any trailers on your list of highlights from Marvel, Steve?
I would say The Secret Invasion.
Yes.
Would have to be on the top of the list there. I think it's the only thing I actually wrote down from Marvel.
Top of the heap.
And that one stood out to me because it didn't look goofy.
Yeah.
Really. There was definitely a lot of talking, but they led on to like there could be a bunch of action or drama or both.
Yeah.
And the fact that we haven't seen Nick Fury in a long time, I kind of wonder where he's been, what's going on.
Yeah, I think the last time we saw him was when he was on an alien spacecraft and he was deep into the galaxy somewhere. But no, I too have that on my list. I'm very much looking forward to that. I want to catch up with Mr. Nick Fury as well as finding out the significance of the title Secret Invasion. It looks like they're definitely still exploring the idea of that alien race that can shapeshift. That's right. You heard that in stereo, didn't you?
From the left speaker and the right.
But anyway, definitely liked what I was seeing. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. They didn't have a trailer of this, but Loki season 2, they had the cast come out on stage. Everybody was saying hi and whatnot. Definitely looking forward to that. I was a fan of the season 1, so I want to see what they do with it. Hopefully they're going to continue pushing the overall story of what is going on with the multiverse within the MCU. And really, hopefully they don't get... Like, I don't want them to all of a sudden find themselves in this weird storytelling quagmire where they don't know what to do with the characters or where to go. So... hopefully that won't be an issue whatsoever, and we will continue right where we left off with that one. So,
well, they brought out Luke Wilson on stage, as well as
They did? Are you talking about Owen Wilson?
Or one of the Wilsons? No, the Wilson Ball. That's what they brought out, Russ.
Steve, Owen Wilson is the correct brother. Luke Wilson was in other films.
Well, the one who was in the last season of Loki, they brought him out this time.
That would be Owen Wilson.
Owen.
Steve.
Yeah, that's the guy.
They don't even look alike. One's got brown hair, the other one's blonde. One's got a bent nose, the other one just looks perpetually young. Like,
oh boy, yeah. So they brought them both out on stage, Russ. That's all I really wanted to say.
they brought out both Luke Wilson and Owen Wilson.
They brought Tom Hiddleston and Wilson brother on stage.
Yes, they did, Steve.
Yeah.
They did. Good for him.
No trailer to Loki though.
Nope, no trailer yet. But again, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Even with what they were showing or didn't show, there are other announcements that they've already made that have like quite a bit of development coming on, or I should say, going on within the MCU as it applies to Disney Plus. Daredevil was another one that they brought on, but what was that? Was that actually like the original, or not original, but like the official, like, hey, here's the next season of Daredevil coming to Disney Plus? I think that's what that was with at least with the cast roster that we saw on stage. But for some reason, I thought I saw him somewhere else where it was a different show that he was, I don't know if he was making a cameo in or what the deal was.
Well, I know he makes a cameo in She-Hulk.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pointy hat. Not seen him for 6 months.
Not how it goes.
Oh, how's it go, Steve?
He goes, oh, yeah.
Yeah, you always do it better than me.
Long gray beard, pointy hat. Haven't seen him in 6 months.
Yeah.
You forgot the pointy beard part, Russ.
I did. But well, and you do it better than I do because like you've got the accent inflection like nailed.
We've looked for Gandalf the Grey. Can you tell him we've arrived?
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, wait. Definitely sidetracking from D23.
Anytime there's some kind of impression of a beloved character in pop culture, Steve, it's always appropriate. Did you have any others? I was going to say, by the way, so I'm a late bloomer when it comes to the Daredevil show. I did not see the Netflix thing. However, luckily that show has been brought over to Disney Plus, so I have no more excuses. I'm going to sit down, I'm going to watch it, get prepared for the next season that they're working on. Everybody who has seen it says that I've got to check it out because it's probably one of the best, like, kind of like Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime original show.
I don't know what they're really going to do. Here's what's concerned me, Russ, is that, Disney has been really playing with a lot of these characters, loosely, shall we put it. And like Kingpin that we saw in Hawkeye was not the same Kingpin that you'll see
That's true.
Daredevil.
Right.
And the show on Netflix was like, I mean, it's pretty darn violent and there's custom throughout the whole thing. I mean, they just do whatever they want to do creatively for the show, which is great. It's part of what makes the show awesome.
Yeah.
But lately what Disney's been doing, it makes me a bit nervous because it's not, I don't think it's going to be, I could be totally wrong, but I don't think it's going to be a direct like, okay, well, season 4 or something, from Daredevil. It's going to be like using the same characters, but it's like Daredevil Rebirth or Reborn or something like that. Like it's going to be a whole new series, but not a new series because using the same characters. I don't really know what they're going to do, but I just don't want them to screw it up.
Yeah,
because Netflix really did a good job with it.
So yeah, you're not totally apprehensive about it, but there is a side to you where you're just like, yeah. Please don't deviate.
When you watch I'm telling you, when you watch the show, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out, Steve. Check it out. Going from that over to Lucasfilm. So Lucasfilm, for me, had the most amount of stuff. I was honestly surprised as to what busy little bees they've been over there because I was not expecting as many announcements in that camp. First and foremost, Mandalorian season 3, baby. Yes. Mandalorian.
Mando.
Season 3. There's really not anything I need to say other than that because everybody's just super pumped and excited to see the latest season of that triumph of a show. And honestly,
I can't do. I don't know that instrument, Russ. I can just feel a thump in my heart.
Dun 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 dun.
You're losing me.
It is a pretty unique instrument that they use on that.
Yeah.
No, but anyway, the trailer itself was super cool. I mean, just the visuals alone, once again, like every shot that you saw, it was genuine old school Star Wars style. Like I really loved everything I had to see. There was one particular quick shot that they showed where it had that, I can't remember what they're called, but it's that species of alien that was sitting next to Jabba's tail in Return of the Jedi when Slave Leia was there and stuff. And he always had that high pitched laugh. There's a, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, the little thing, the little gremlin looking dude.
Yeah, he just sits there. No, Steve. It's more
That one?
Like
that was actually really good. That's what I was trying to do. Apparently haven't watched it enough.
Hey, it's okay. You know, you have your strong impressions. I have mine. It's okay. But so there was like this one brief moment in the trailer where you saw like a bunch of them. They were like, I think they were like hanging on the torsos of like other. I have to watch it again. It was so fleeting, but it just made me smile because I'm like, yeah, like that's totally like one of the memorable aliens from the OG trilogy. And again, I just love that like continuation of embracing these different elements that, I mean, even like from season 2, when they had the old Naboo starfighter that Mando could fly, I just love all that.
The scene I loved out of that trailer, Russ, was when they all jumped out of the ship with that, like the hatch opened, and you would think it would be like a missile maybe would come out, or like a ship, and it's just like a bunch of, well, ex-Mandalorians, I guess, you know how you would call them. It wasn't like one single door open and they all like, you know, filed out. It was like this huge door that opened up and the city was down below and they all jumped out simultaneously, jetpacks going. I was like, this is great.
Yeah, that was a money shot for sure. And, you know, it's interesting to stop and think about, like, why is it that shots like that cause us to react the way that we do? And I think a large part of it has to do with their code, even if they are no longer a part of like the Mandalorians or the, you know, they get exiled or whatever else. Every time they come together, there is a unspoken strong sense of, I don't know if it's loyalty or unity, but it's like even in those like moments where you have a bunch of like, you know, mercenary exiled Mandos or whatever, when they decide they're going to work together, it's like there is a very strong bond that even if it's on a temporary basis, it's like it's something that like it rallies the viewers like, yeah, dude, look at that. Like you see how like they can become like this extremely formidable force or adversary. Sure. Even if it's just for like one thing they got to do and all of a sudden they go their own separate ways or whatever. I just really like that.
Well, they all look cool.
They do. They look
and they all know how
badass.
To fight. Yeah. So that's definitely part of it. Yeah. It'd be one thing if they all look like, you know, teddy bears and then there's just Mando. You're like, what? It doesn't fit. You know, but they all just, all the like the different styles of their helmets and whatnot. Awesome.
Yeah, they look really cool. And I think also too, like the armory that they draw from. I mean, they just have so many cool weapons and gadgets and they work in this harmonious state. It's like even with the Boba Fett season that we were watching where like you had that one last episode of Mando with Boba Fett and they're fighting together and everything else. There were only 2 of them, but still that evoked that same kind of sensation of like, man, like these guys are awesome. They're super cool at what they do.
Built to fight, Russ.
Indeed. What did you have? I have more on my list, but I didn't want to like dominate the whole thing.
I am looking forward to, well, similarly, majority of what I liked with the show, I know I've been ragging on Star Wars quite a bit, but I mean,
well, you have been on the rag lately, Steve.
Boy. Shark Week, anyone? No, just
oh
kidding.
my!
So anyhow,
I want to show you a product. Oh no, that's Shark Tank.
Okay. Star Wars.
Yes.
Right. Yes.
Galaxy far, far away.
Yeah. So much of the show that I like was actually Star Wars stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to go out and say Andor, because I mean, it's coming out pretty darn soon.
Yep, a couple of weeks.
And I am looking forward to that one. I think it's the same actor who was in the Rogue
One.
Thank you. Rogue 5. Anyway, so same actor, and I think the same director, and I thought, was it this one? Was it Andor, or there's another Star Wars film that actually has the director from the one of the Bourne movies?
Yes.
It's Andor, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, awesome.
There's an interesting hodgepodge of talent that have come together to make Andor. Even from just a cinematography perspective, it looks big budget, which is good. I mean, like that's one of the things that I think we both liked with Mandalorian was that they were able to be successful in creating this Star Wars story, but on a Disney Plus platform instead of a theatrical film platform that would have way larger budgets. So I feel like at least in the Lucasfilm camp, they have, I think, gotten a really good template to work from, if you will, where like they're able to give more of that big budget vibe, despite the fact that their budget's probably like 50% less than like what the movies go for. But yeah, there are a lot of scenes in there. Also, a lot of actors that I find interesting.
Oh, really?
That was one of the shows where like I really did, like as I was watching the official trailer, there are a number of actors in there that I found to be compelling. I've recognized a couple of them from other shows that I like. And so, overall, I mean, I think I'm definitely looking forward to the show, and hopefully the story will be one that is of gripping quality, Steve. Gripping quality.
Indeed.
Willow.
I was just about to mention that.
Have you seen the original Willow movie?
No, but you asked me that on episode when we were doing this year's Star Wars celebration. And I said no then. Still haven't seen it now, Russ.
For shame.
Yeah.
Sorry. You know Val Kilmer's in that.
It's what you said last time.
Well, thought I'd remind you. You know what? I don't know if he is going to be in the sequel. Have you heard anything in terms of whether or not? Oh, IMDb, Steve. IMDb. Because we saw him in Top Gun Maverick this year.
That means he's in Willow.
He was fantastic. Well, I mean, Willow wasn't. He was really known for Willow. If you ever watch the movie, you're gonna be like, oh wow, yeah, he's like one of the main actors. So I personally think it would be pretty sweet to see Mr. Kilmer either reprise his. Well, yeah, he's got to reprise his role.
Not seeing any Val Kilmer here. Not seeing it.
Well, that's a bit of a party foul.
Christian Slater.
Well, that's something. That's
Definitely
something.
not Val Kilmer.
Yeah. No, I hope that he is, for nothing else, makes a cameo in Willow because, again, he was such a large part of the Willow experience. Well, let's have to wait and see. That aside, though, the actual trailer itself, once again, loved seeing all the visuals, loved seeing these different characters. They have largely a new slate of characters that Willow works with as they go on this journey or what have you. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Apparently, that's not a movie though. That is also going to be Disney Plus.
I think a lot of it's going to be Disney Plus.
Yeah,
Pretty much Yeah, I would say
There
the great
was an
majority of it's
emphasis.
going. Huh?
There was. I was agreeing with you. There was like an emphasis, just on Disney Plus. It seems like
That's true. Not a bad thing though. I mean, you could stay in your house. You don't have to go to the theater for nothing. Rush. You don't have to find a parking space. You know. But I just hope. I really do hope and wish for the success of these shows. You know, I complain a lot, Russ, but I mean well when I complain. I think criticism is important.
maybe instead of criticism, you could critique.
I just like to criticize, Russ. I love it. Yeah. I'm just going to stop there.
You too, Steve.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Did you have anything else to say about that one? Or
No.
Okay. So there was one other one that I wrote down: Star Wars: Tales of the Jedi, which is the Ahsoka
Jedi. Yep.
show.
Yep.
It has that Star Wars, Clone Wars style.
Yep.
It's by the creators of the Bad Batch.
Bad Batch. Throw them out.
Exactly. So looking forward to that one as well, because I liked what I was seeing in terms of the story. It looks like you have a younger Count Dooku that's in this one. So I was like, oh,
that's kind of interesting.
Interesting. Yeah.
Raise an eyebrow.
And it seems as though we are taking a look at how Anakin was training Ahsoka to become a Jedi, and how he had certain methods that were perhaps a little more intense than, say, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
You don't say.
Well, I mean, he hadn't turned bad yet. Like he was still a Jedi at that point.
Yes, Ross. And if you remember, that show was all I could remember. Like during the Star Wars celebration was Ahsoka, and I thought the series was just about her, but I didn't know the name of the show until D23.
That's right.
And so before I couldn't tell you what the name of the show is. I just like saw pictures of it. I'm like, oh, and I thought it was something that was released a while ago, or maybe they were talking about it, like 5-10 years ago. So I was like, maybe I shouldn't even brought that up. I don't even know. But then now I'm like, yeah, that's what I freaking saw.
For some reason, I thought that they were doing a live action Ahsoka show, though. Like I thought that they were going to bring in the same actor that they had from like Mandalorian, all that other stuff, and give her own solo show. But I guess it's just the cartoon.
That's right.
I don't know. I feel like there was also like a standalone show that they were going to work on for her.
I don't doubt it.
I really feel like if they don't have a trailer out yet, they have. I'm like 90% sure that they had like made an announcement like, oh, this has been greenlit. We're working on this.
What's the actress's name who was in the Here, I'll just look it up, Russ. Who was in the Mandalorian season 2? Who played the same character? I'm gonna look it up. Oh, you know what? She's in Daredevil also.
Is she really?
Yeah. What's her name? Rosario Dawson.
There you go.
That's her name. Okay. So I just really wanted to see MDib and see if there's anything there, which as of this point, Russ.
Well, here, I can Google something too. Or like, is there an Ahsoka live action show
in the making?
Okay, well, here on Google, it's talking about...
What does Google say?
Everything we know about Ahsoka, Star Wars, upcoming live-action series. So, let's see here.
This water is pretty good.
Let's see. The Ahsoka release date is set for 2023. And alongside recent entries like Obi-Wan Kenobi and upcoming releases like Andor, the Ahsoka Tano show looks to be yet another way Disney Plus revolutionizes the Star Wars universe. So, yeah.
Russ, well, there's money to be made. They're going to make it.
Yeah. See, here it says, an Ahsoka Tano, this is according to Vulture, the website Vulture. An Ahsoka Tano show has been a long time coming for Star Wars fans after making her debut as Anakin's young Padawan in the animated series, The Clone Wars. George Lucas's last Star Wars effort, Ahsoka's journey has been a high-climbing roller coaster with high highs, becoming one of the franchise's most beloved and developed characters, and low lows, receiving extremely contentious fan reactions. That's interesting. So, yeah. Oh, I mean, something's going on.
Something's always going on.
We'll have to wait and see.
Be patient.
Indeed. Did you have any others, Steve?
That was it, Russ. Amazing. Our lists were mano a mano.
Really? Well,
I mean, I had a couple things not on there yet, but basically, most part they were.
There was another announcement that I was excited about. I was intrigued by Indiana Jones 5. And I saw some pictures of Harrison Ford, and I cannot pronounce his name, so I'm not going to try. But basically, the Asian actor from Temple of Doom, who was the little boy throughout the whole movie, he was like just totally lovable and everything else. I think he's coming back for Indiana Jones 5 because they had a picture of him hugging Harrison Ford and that sort of thing. And so, it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. The only thing about it is that Harrison Ford is just so old. I mean, the guy he's got to be in his mid 70s or late 70s by now. I don't know exactly like what his precise age is.
How old is Harrison Ford? 80.
Oh my gosh, he's 80.
80.
Wow.
Series can be used for something, Russ.
Indeed.
Age of celebrities. That's about it.
Well, let me tell you. As much as I love Harrison Ford and Indiana Jones, man, I don't know how they're going to do this.
He's probably not going to be punching anybody's lights out.
He might.
He hadn't done that since like
he did it in Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah, Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah. He did it in Indiana Jones 4 as well.
And that was out a while ago.
I know. It's a unfortunate situation having all these amazing stars get older and older. I don't want them. I want them to be immortal, Steve.
Maybe he's in just some great shape.
I don't know.
But he does look good.
Oh, yeah.
Still, very handsome old man. Dapper.
Yeah, a little silver fox, that one.
What does the fox say, Russ?
I have no idea.
Neither do I.
That wraps up this episode of Joygasm. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. If you enjoyed this episode, we invite you to check out patreon.com/Joygasm, where you can enjoy exclusive perks and early access to the show.
Can they get cups?
Not to mention the fact that you just destroyed my train of thought, Steve. Thank you. What was I going to say? Let's see here. Talk about patreon.com/Joygasm. Enjoy exclusive perks and early access to the show. Not to mention the fact that there's something there. That's why I need to shut up when I'm doing this part. Patreon.com, not to mention it helps us financially continue doing the show. Also, click on that subscribe button and notification bell. That way you will not miss a single solitary episode of this freak show known as Joygasm. It drops once a week every week. And while you're at it, you could do a search on your favorite social media platform for @JoygasmTV and become a part of the Joygasm family community. Last but not least, do a search on Twitch for Joygasm TV to see us stream our gaming adventures live every Wednesday night at 9:30 p.m. Central Time. We will look forward to hanging out with you all next week when we get to talk about the latest Sony State of Play. see you there.